Fighting the cold in Alaska, fighting the windstorms, fighting the snow, fighting Alaska can be an adventure. Our American adventure, Alaska.
Our American adventure, Alaska.
That for me. So far in December, we've gotten 3 weekends of 80-mile-an-hour winds, lost 2 shelter logics. All the snow that we had blew away. But finally, we got rid of the negative 20 degrees Fahrenheit temperatures, and it is a wonder. I mean, it's a freaking heat wave. It's 10 degrees out here. I don't know what I'm doing. It's freaking hot. Woo! We got like 3 inches of snow last night. That's quite marvelous, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. And, well, wouldn't you know it, we had 3 weekends in a row of hurricane force winds. Can't talk out here at 10 degrees. Tonight, we will get another round of hurricane force winds. That is, that's Alaska for you. Now, let me tell you, we thought, well, let me rephrase that. We knew we would not be prepared for Alaska. We knew it. We knew Alaska was going to just deal us fresh cards every single day. We did our best to mitigate every single thing that we could in our control that we learned or knew about or even guessed, just to be prepared to survive in Alaska. And let me tell you, it wasn't enough. Let me explain. Your stuff. We knew that high winds could happen in Alaska. We knew they would happen annually. We knew that they could really throw you for a loop. We knew that don't bother with cheap tents or storage or anything. Shelter logic is the way to go when it comes to winter-rated stuff. However, what Alaska doesn't really tell you, or even Shelter Logic for that matter, is that Alaska has a different plan. To quote Flat Tire Farm, Alaska's going to make sure your stuff is everywhere, exposed to the... I don't think that's their quote. But they said something similar, that Alaska's going to make sure that your stuff is everywhere. Both of our shelter logics off in the distance. So we thought, surely, if we anchor them down with 24-inch carnival stakes into the ground, that would work. And that did not work. That they both blew away. And like I said in the previous video, that shelter logic has a tree inside the shelter logic. Somehow a tree got in there, flipped the whole thing over. I don't know. But we've got a plan for this. More than tarps. But tarps work for now. Another thing that we thought that we'd be okay for a while, firewood. That looks like an awful lot of firewood, doesn't it? Well, not to Alaskans, no, but this isn't for Alaskans. Y'all know better. We burned 4 times this amount already. We're getting deliveries daily. It's a lot. We kind of anticipated 6 to 7, and I think we're going to be at 7. In fairness, that's There's 2 fingers held up right there in my mittens. Counting to 2 is the most Alaskans can do. Sometimes 4, but 2 families that live in here with 2 stoves. So yeah, we are using quite a bit of wood. And yeah, it's cold. I said it wasn't, but it is. Another thing, our friends over at Alaska Cut the Cord, Phyllis and Adam. Phyllis told us about putting plastic down underneath the house, the cabin. We thought, well, we knew we were going to enclose it and insulate it, but we couldn't get to it this year. But we had R30 in the floor, and then we had R5 rigid insulation on the bottom so that we would seal it all up and there would be no air gaps or anything like that. We thought that would be okay, at least to get us through until next year when we could seal it off. No, she said, put plastic around it. We're like, okay, we'll try it. And I'll be darned. It makes a huge difference. Just this plastic right here brought the temperature up in the cabin 5 degrees. And with the high speed winds, we'll see how it survives, but it's looking pretty good. It's doing wonders. Generators. Yes, it's loud over here because generator. They say you need a generator and a backup. And I thought, well, I want to be prepared. I'm going to have a generator and a backup and a backup. Let me show you, they're in here. Backup generator number 1, backup generator number 2, backup generator number 3 is sitting over here. We bought a 3rd one. And then the neighbor's generator. That's how much Alaska needs. Even that wasn't enough. We had 4 generators down. That's 4. Gold. We had to borrow a neighbor's generator just to get us through a night. It's no joke. The cold destroys stuff. And like I said, we knew we weren't prepared, but we didn't know, even trying to be over-prepared, how unprepared we would be. And we've only been here 6 months. You have to heat your power shack, which we kind of knew. We just didn't know how much we would have to heat it. Propane heater. We went with the vented design so we don't have all the moisture that's in there, because moisture is bad. You get that with propane. This right here, we're going through a 20-pound tank once a week. We're about to get it switched over to 100-pound tanks. That'll help. But that's $30 a week just to heat that. And we don't even have to run it often. We keep it on low when it's below, say, about 10. We keep it on the pilot light when it's above 10. And the pilot light will keep it above 32 degrees. But that's another thing we didn't know. We didn't know, because you can plan all you want. Alaska has got a different tank for you. And they've got one too in their cabin for backup, because their stove is this big. This is our bread and butter. This is our daily driver. We spent a lot of money on this guy, and it's worth every penny. Don't get me wrong. But Alaska has shown, you think you know Alaska, and Alaska's like, no, you don't know Alaska. Already, we've replaced the fuel filter. We've replaced the battery. What else? We've unclogged. We've done a lot of stuff, and now we just replaced 3 glow plugs. Now, this is an older used unit. Wasn't very used, but age can kill a glow plug. So I replaced 3 glow plugs. This is stuff that's not stocked. Alaska doesn't have a warehouse of parts. See, everything has to be premium overnighted, big bucks. to get a couple of three glow plugs, $250 just to get 3 glow plugs. Not to mention the fact that these glow plugs are only really available now from Cummins. Yay. Normally they might be $19, but no, these are quality. It's $250. Fortunately, the fuel filter for this is also the same as a 79 Skylark, a Buick Skylark. So thanks, Napa. You got the know-how. Saved a lot of money on that. But you got to keep it going. It's the lifeblood. We run it now every day for about 2 hours. We do that. We can run 2 days off our batteries with no problem, but I don't want to be in that pickle anymore. I'm tired of the frozen pickles around here. When it gets to 50%, it kicks back on. We kick it back on, and we run it until it's 100%. That way, I at least have 1 day to solve a problem. I'm learning fast and hard. Let's go with it. So we've got a new plan. We'll just call it a revised plan. We'll call it Alaska 1.1. And that involves either right here, probably more right here, building a 12 by 24 foot utility shed with a lean-to on the front for wood storage. Or we can put the 12 by 24 right here, kinda, with the lean-to this way. This would be a little more convenient for us, a little more, kind of circle the wagons kind of thing. We just don't know. That area over there is reserved for the septic when we go to dig that. Another thing I was unprepared for is this. All of this. A lot of people think those are icicles, but it's not. You get it? It's not. Yeah. It's actually not snot. It's actually the humidity from your breath hitting your mustache. Which leads us to snow removal. We were kind of not necessarily overwhelmed with the part of snow removal. We just didn't know what we needed to do. We knew that there are snow plows, there's shovels, there are snow rakes for the solar panels and the roofs, which we don't have to worry about on the roof. There are snow blowers, there's snow throwers, there's a little bit of everything. You can even go so far as to buy a skid steer with a snow blower on the front or a tractor and be all happy. We didn't know. We didn't know what level of snow we were going to be experiencing. So we just said, let's get some basics and go from there. So we've got 3 or 4 snow shovels, and we bought this back in, the summer. Just happened to pop up, and it's perfect for what we need. And it came with a snowplow, which anybody that has done this for a long time will tell you that ain't good. That ain't going to work for very long and all that good stuff. And, they're right. We're getting 3 inches at a time, and I'm grooming as I can. I'm not grooming, I'm actually plowing. But like this morning, I get up, go out there, set my blade down, sheared the pin right off with the hit a rock. Well, rocks don't move in the frozen tundra here. They're glued like concrete to the ground. So when you hit a rock, I hit full force. I don't know if Cynthia was filming that at the time, but if she was, here's a dramatic reenactment, or the actual thing. You be the judge. So for now, we're using the plow. It is working for us to the extent that that we've had. We know Alaska is going to go, hold my beer. We got something for you. This, I would imagine, we can plow 6 inches of snow maximum, and then I'm not going to have any traction whatsoever. Yeah. So we're going to do what we can with this. We've got our shovels for the front porch. And then from there, we're going to see, do we need a snow blower or do we need a big machine? Whatever we got to do, we got to do. That's just life living in Alaska. And, you know, part of this video is really not to discourage anyone from wanting to come to Alaska, because we all have our dreams and we all want to be a part of those dreams and live it like we are. But it's to understand how serious Alaska is. It's no joke. We've only been here 6 months, and I can see where many people would already throw up their hands and leave. I can see it, and that's no judgment. It can be brutal. It can be harsh. We haven't experienced hardly anything yet as far as what Alaska has to offer negatively to us. We're prepared. We're resolute. We are going to keep on keeping on. We're going to maintain what we're doing here, and we're going to survive. That's just that. We absolutely love it here in Alaska. It's gorgeous. I love this. I love this beautiful sunset at about 3:30, right before the wind is going to kick up tonight and take all the snow off the trees, off the ground, and just get rid of all of it. I don't know where it goes, honestly. I think all that snow in the lower 48, I think y'all are just getting our snow again. Y'all are getting re-snowed. It's a recycling program for snow, and you know, Mother Nature, she likes to throw everything to us, and then she just, yeah, y'all handled that just fine.
Boo.
Well, that was another Alaska feat. She just teleported right over here. Now, I will say that the teleportation in Alaska has been pretty phenomenal. Traveling by flue powder, ooh, that burns. That burns. What would you say the hardest thing you've experienced so far? What's the hardest thing you've experienced so far?
The hardest has been the wind, I think. It's been brutal, the wind.
That's probably my hardest as well, not because it's 80-mile-an-hour winds. It's because it was 80-mile-an-hour winds for 3 days, for 3 weekends in a row, and now we're about to do it again. So as soon as you think you've recovered from the first one, we didn't lose our shelter logics till the second one.
Right.
The first ones, they did fine, and then they got weakened. And then the next weekend, I don't know how Mother Nature always lines up the winds on the weekend. The second weekend, we lost both shelter logics, and I mean, that's kind of it's like a gut punch. It's kind of devastating, but it's not. It's just stuff. We get it. We covered it up with tarps. What would you say the hardest thing to have to adjust to?
The hardest? I mean, the cold is a little bit tough, but I'm adjusting pretty good.
It's surprising how when you get the right gear,
Right.
It makes a difference, and that you can absolutely. I mean, clearly, Alaskans have been doing this for hundreds of thousands of years, surviving in this brutal and even worse up north. So clearly, we can do it. It's just about dialing in your expectations. Everything is exhausting at -20. You grabbing some firewood is exhausting. It's because you are really contained in warmth. Breathing hurts at starting about -20 Fahrenheit. It kind of hurts. It's not bad. I had asthma really bad as a child, and I kind of lost it kind of in my mid-teens. But I lost it because I could train my body to know when it was going to happen, like the conditions for it could happen. And then I would back off, and I could adjust to control my asthma. So I haven't had asthma, sorry, since I was like 15 or 14. Here, I've already felt it. I haven't had it, but I've felt it coming on where I've had to now readjust. That same adjustment that I've done all my life, I've had to readjust just from simple activities at -20. I'll be okay. It's not a problem. I know how to control my asthma. I don't need any medication for it. It's a thing I can actually control, thank God. But it's been an eye-opener that literally just grabbing a bunch of firewood, if I move too fast, I could get this sensation that I'm going to get. And for those of you who, I don't know if this is anybody else. This is just me. Under my chin here, if I get a tickle under my chin, like it's slightly itching while I'm exerting in cold weather, then I'm on the verge of, if I get that full-blown tickle, then I literally need to stop because I will get an asthma attack right then and there. But when I start to sense that tickle, I back off. That's been my thing. I don't know if that's anybody else. I've talked to several people and they don't seem to know anything about it, but maybe y'all do. If you do, put in the comments down below that if you have asthma and you get that tickle under it's the neck part of the chin here. Sorry, I'm long-winded, but it's just that adjustment to the cold weather, and I'm fine. I love it out here. In fact, this is rather enjoyable. The only thing I wish I could do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we counted to 5. Yay! It was like a seal. It's once you get your systems in place, like right now my face is fine, but you have to keep an eye out when it's -20. She doesn't know. She hasn't done like the research on skin to find out what to look for. I have, and I'm teaching her as we go what to look for on your skin when it's bad. Because the sad part about it, you lose feeling before you lose skin. So you don't know you're destroying your toes, your fingers, your face, or any exposed skin or anything that's cold because you lost the feeling in there. That's bad. So it's those kind of things that you learn. And we haven't, believe me, we haven't even begun to tip the iceberg. Bad analogy for Alaska. We haven't begun to feel what real Alaskans, people who've lived here all their lives, what they've had to endure. So believe me when we say we've been here 6 months. We know nothing about Alaska, but we want to share our experience and everything that we've learned along the way so that if somehow, some way you want to be in Alaska, maybe we can help a little get you here safely in a way that's expected. But honestly, go watch a whole lot of other people as well, because there's a lot of people that do know.
More experienced.
What's the question you can think of that?
Solar, sun. We don't got any.
The solar, yeah. That was a complete misjudgment on my part. The calculations of it are pretty sad on how it all is, but it's really because we're in a forest. You can't really see, but this is as bright as it gets. This is full sun right now. It's as bright as it gets. So, those panels are kind of just doing twilight, and they would get a lot more if we were on top of a hill with a southern exposure. They would get a lot more, and we would probably not have to run the generator, because just exposing one of these panels to the sun, direct sunlight, would produce likely as much power as we're producing with all these panels. that's a lot. And like the wanting to use the bifacial features to gain through ambient light. The problem with that is we're not getting any sunlight that even brightens up the snow to give enough ambient light for it to matter. I'm sure the back panels are doing something. I'm sure they are, which means the front panels are doing even less. But that's kind of the video we wanted to make, was just kind of explain the things that
tough. I mean, it's tough, but
it's
we're trying to think of the word.
You have to be dedicated, resilient, undeterred, practiced, and patient, because sometimes you're just sitting in your cabin next to the wood stove watching all your stuff blow around, and there's nothing you can do about it until it stops. You just have to understand that. And maybe it's God saying, you don't need that stuff. Somebody said, wow, you sure have a lot of stuff. I'm like, wow, we got rid of a lot of stuff. Did y'all see that dumpster?
We did.
But we have plans to fix everything, and we will definitely be taking y'all along on the journey so you can have fun and enjoy it. Anything else?
No, I enjoy getting the wood. I love.
She does.
I don't know why.
She gets up at any hour and goes out and gets wood, and I'm not going to argue. I'm like, okay, but she's a busybody. She likes to work, which I have to make sure she doesn't overexert herself or get too cold or anything like that. And it's kind of our balance in our marriage is like, I do really, really big, heavy things, and she can do the tedious kind of smaller things, and we end up taking big chunks out together in our special way. But that's all we got for this video. But until the next video, stand by.
Stand by.
Stand by. Stand by. Stand by. Stand by. Stand by. It's stand by.
Oh, stand by.
Stand by. Stand by. Stand by. Stand by. Stand by. Stand by. Stand by. Stand by. Stand by. Stand by. Stand by. Stand by. Stand by. Stand by.